Ishuboy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, special video for you guys, because in this video we're going to talk about, yesterday Mikel Arteta had a pre-match conference between Arsenal versus Wolves game. So it was a pre-match press conference, and in which he actually mentioned what is actually going to be Arsenal's transfer plans. Will the Arsenal lose their assets in the coming transfer window? Where exactly the future of Aubameyang lies? And are Arsenal actually providing a new contract, or are they thinking to provide a new contract to Gabriel Martinelli to ward off interest from Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, or probably any other clubs who are trying to sneak? Because the youngster has already scored 10 goals. He's the second highest goal scorer for Arsenal this season, behind Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Third would be Lacazette, and behind them would be Pepe. So you can understand more than that Arsenal need to keep hold of their prized assets. More on that. Keep watching the video. If you still haven't subscribed, we are on a mission of reaching 5,000 subscribers. We just need 97 of them, man. 97 subscribers to reach 5,000. You guys can definitely help me out with that. I think let's do it in the space of 5 days. Yeah, 5 days from now, let's do it. Yeah, guys, come on. If you haven't subscribed to the channel. It'll be a massive boost. If you're seeking Arsenal content every single day, twice, this is the best place to be. So let's talk about Bukayo Saka first of all. He put pen to paper to a new contract with Arsenal on Wednesday, and that was the best day for Arsenal. I mean, I was jumping with joy to see Bukayo Saka. Actually, the representatives of Bukayo Saka were actually trying to get a best deal out of Arsenal. He was earning £3,000 a week. That was his wages, £3,000. That still is much higher than what Sean Longstaff, sorry, not Matty Longstaff is earning with Newcastle. But still, Arsenal thought, why not give this youngster who has done so well against many clubs that he's played against for Arsenal? Well, he has been given a new contract with £30,000, his wages, yes. So his wages skyrocketed to 10 times, and that is really huge, though it is far less than what others earn, probably £10,000 less than what Matteo Guendouzi earns. But more importantly, Bukayo Saka has been the revelation for Arsenal this season. Well, talking about other things, did you know Granit Xhaka scored against Norwich City, and he actually held his hands in an L and an A? What was this gesture? I really did not understand what he was trying to do, but right now there is an explanation for this. The celebration was dedicated to his wife, Leonita, and his daughter, Ayana, who recently got birth. She was born, and that was the unborn child that certain sections of the Arsenal fans were threatening to kill of Granit Xhaka. So that's really cute from Granit Xhaka, but really sad from certain sections of fans. But moving on, Mikel Arteta has warned Arsenal owner Stan Kroenke that don't you dare sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Well, here's what Arteta said about the whole thing. He said, "We cannot be a team that has to sell its best players to try to bring in and improve our squad. That's for sure. Things change in football very quickly, but when you ask me in that moment how I feel about Aubameyang's future, I feel he wants to continue with us and keep helping us become a better team. It's the energy I sense. He needs to feel he belongs somewhere, that he believes we can achieve the goals he has, individually and collectively, for a long time." Well, Sky Sports pundits ditched the Black Lives Matter badges for coverage of Sheffield United's clash with Tottenham. Analysts Jamie Redknapp and Graham Souness actually appeared alongside presenter Dave Jones ahead of kickoff. But the logos were not on display, as they have been for much of the Premier League coverage since the season restarted in June. Sheffield United and Spurs players wore the patches on their shirts for the game at Bramall Lane and took a knee at the beginning of the game. Some pundits have stopped wearing them following controversial comments made by the movement criticizing Israel and calling on the government to defund the police. So probably there are lots of things that are actually controversial in terms of the whole movement is concerned, but let's see. It totally remains as an individual decision for now. That's what I can make out of it. But more importantly, Sheffield United beat Spurs. Yes, Spurs are, though they have a better goal difference than us, but are below. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we finished. We are 8th. Tottenham are 9th. And they had a shocking loss to Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, whom we beat 2-1 and outset them from the FA Cup. Finally, it's unbelievable to see that Arsenal beat some team. I think Sheffield played really solid. I think Tottenham were horrendous at the back. Horrendous. Well, moving on. Willian would be a wonderful fit for Arsenal, according to former Chelsea midfielder Dennis Weiss. He believes Willian would be a wonderful fit. He says, "Go to Italy, please, Willian. Go away," he said. "I think he'd be a good fit for anyone. Arsenal, I think he'd be a wonderful fit for them. That's the sad thing about it. We'll let him go to an opposition who wants to compete. We have to replace him with more. We have replaced him, but we will need a lot more because we'll be depending on only two when we want more. I think Pedro is going to go as well. So we're going to lose two wide men. We'll be disappointed to lose him as well. When you look at the quality that's going, Chelsea have got to look for quality to come in." Well, talking about a Spanish outlet, ladies and gentlemen, Atletico Madrid are trying to include Thomas Partey in a deal with Napoli for Arkadiusz Milik, but it's doubtful if the Italian team can make a huge wage offer for him. Arsenal are willing to triple his salary and are best placed to sign. It's pretty much clear that Arsenal can and definitely will sign Thomas Partey. It won't be a problem. Well, after match week 32, here are the top scorers for the Premier League. Number 1 is Aubameyang. Well, yes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is number 1 on that list. Unbelievable, isn't it? I love it. I love to see that. Well, talking about certain stats about Memphis Depay averages a goal or assist in the Champions League every 101 minutes playing for Lyon. Well, this year he averages a goal every 79 minutes in the Champions League. Isn't that good enough? Well, not in that, Memphis Depay in different positions this season for Lyon. As a centre forward, has scored 6 goals in 8 games. As a left winger, 4 goals and an assist in 5 games. As an attacking midfielder, 4 goals and 1 assist in 4 games. He is a versatile player, and I'm really liking this whole stats. Well, moving on. Arsenal have tried and failed to shift Mesut Ozil in the past year, and he has said he wants to see out the last year of his contract. Moving to the US in the future seems an obvious destination, and his representatives had held talks with DC United. So you can see Mesut Ozil in MLS in the future. Well, not only this, Mikel Arteta's relationship with Matteo Guendouzi is turning bad to worse and has barely improved since some coaches were unhappy with his attitude during training in Dubai in February. There were also issues during the discussions about players talking about a wage cut in April, and it looks like Guendouzi is not in good terms. Well, not only this, Cedric Soares says, "I'm the kind of a guy that is very, very passionate, so everything I do in life, I try to give 100%. I came here with all my heart, so of course I wasn't happy with the injuries that happened in training." Well, not only this, let's talk about something really huge. Granit Xhaka, who could have left the club in January after he was stripped of the captaincy following a spat with supporters, has improved his relationship with both the club and its fans and is now a player Mikel Arteta counts on. Well, Mikel Arteta has actually voiced his voice actually carries weight with transfers, but it's not clear if he has the power of veto over any signings. Arteta did want Luis and Cedric and pushed to sign Pablo Mari, but the concern is that for a number of reasons he may be shopping in a limited market. Edu in particular is understood to have close relationship with super agent Kia Joorabchian. This transfer strategy represents a clear shift from the days of Arsene Wenger, who rarely dealt with the biggest agents in the final 10 years of his reign. And right now we are totally dependent on a single agent. That's not bad. Look what happened with Wolves. They made a whole bunch of Portuguese players into their squad, and they are cruising way above us. That could be blessing in disguise. Well, not only this, Mikel Arteta is really ecstatic about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signing a new deal, but Henrik Mkhitaryan is set to move to Roma on a free transfer, saving the club for somewhere around £10 million in salary, and ideally Mesut Ozil, who earns $350k a week, would follow him out of the club as well. But Dominic Szoboszlai is a target for Arsenal, and it looks like Mikel Arteta wants to sell Guendouzi and potentially Torreira to replace his midfield. It's not assured news, but it could be. And also Arsenal have held talks with Thomas Partey, and there is potential to use Alex Lacazette as a bargaining chip in a swap deal if it's possible. Because here's what Charles Watts tweeted out. He says, "I would not be surprised if Lacazette gets sold, especially if they can convince Aubameyang to stay. They will see it as an opportunity to get some money in. He only has 2 years left on his contract, so something has got to happen with Lacazette." Well, talking about Guendouzi, Charles Watts says, "Guendouzi I think will be sold. I'll be surprised if he's not now. He's only got 2 years left on his contract. He isn't responding in the way Arteta wants. If Arsenal are going to sell, it will be this summer. He's someone you expect they'll get good money for." And totally, Gabriel Martinelli is expected to sign a new deal at Arsenal because Arsenal want to ward off interest. So here's something special. Emiliano Martinez is the greatest coach, is the greatest backup keeper in the history for Arsenal, I believe in. But just when you thought that Jose Mourinho is actually trying to get hold of Spurs, they lost the game against Sheffield United, and what was trending on Twitter was hashtag Jose out already. It's really great, isn't it? Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe. And make sure, help us reach 5,000 subscribers. We're not far off. 97 subscribers in 5 days. I think you guys can help me reach there. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.